the EAFP podcast.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe.
We love him so much. He's a special person for all of us. He's so nice. He's so nice.
You can watch it live every week on Facebook under the Janko Navi and the Star 6 Media Facebook page.
Welcome to another great episode of the EAFP podcast. I'm Eric. That is Kevin. We're good to be back here. And look who finally shows his beautiful face for the first time. And since we started this damn since
like the first two episodes, it's been too long, guys. I've missed you guys.
Kevin, good seeing you for real, man. And you know what? What a great time to have this show the day after Mexico making history. Pero primero, guys, please like and share our show on your Facebook page for your friends, family, and enemies. Also go into our YouTube page under the Windy City Rundown. Like and subscribe there too as well. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before the start of the NFL season for the Windy City Rundown show that's live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. That's the plug for that show. For this show, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your Facebook and YouTube page. As always, like and share our show. Kevin, man, how are you feeling today? And you know what? First things first, this is the one thing that I love about this show is the fact that you have that team you're representing. I have probably the best team que representa en la toda país de México, en la América. But this is what I love. This is what it's supposed to be. You know, two different people with two different supporting groups, man. I love it. That's what the show is all about. But how are you today, my guy?
I'm feeling good, man. I am at a level where I don't think I'm gonna come down anytime soon. We're in it, man. We're so in it, and it feels good. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. So am I. All right, Kevin. Let's talk about it. This is what we're here today. México hizo historia anoche ganando 3-0 a la selección de Czechia. And in a game where, you know what, it had everything. All the emotions from Memo Ochoa to playing one of the last games, well, his last game in the Estadio Azteca to lo que representó México anoche, you know, making historia, winning the first time in the World Cup history, 3 wins in their group stage. No goals conceded, another history making right there for the selección mexicana también.
Exactly.
Dos jugadores naturalizados metieron goles anoche también with Quiñones and also Fidalgo. A lot of bright things, a lot of good things that happened yesterday for the selección mexicana, and a team that was what, Kevin, A-, B+ squad that was on the field yesterday. You had Mateo Chavez scoring in the 55th, Quiñones almost 5 minutes later, should I say, and Fidalgo in injury time, scoring the third and final goal for the Selección Mexicana. Kevin, well, I mean, we could talk about this game almost the whole entire show, man. Pero ¿qué te gustó ayer de la Selección Mexicana, man? What's the positive part?
Bueno, te digo, de lo más positivo es que tenemos a jugadores que can make the difference, right? Y lo sabíamos, todos lo sabemos. Todos tenemos a alguien sentado en la banca que estamos pensando they're going to make a difference. And they're not playing. But what I'm trying to get at is that that's the good takeaway from this. I think that our team right now is maybe not the strongest, but it has the ability to be very agile, to be very adaptive, and to be very cynical when we need it to be.
No, 100%. Hey, honestly, the first half we can have Mexico tenía muchas oportunidades to build this game open from the first half, right? I mean, la oportunidad que tuvo el Piojo in the first half that he la mandó a la sección 234, fila 12, 106 y 7. You know what I mean? Like that one. I think Memote also had one in the first half too as well, if I remember correctly. Quiñones had the one shot that went over the bar. O sea, la selección mexicana had oportunidades ayer to kind of blow this game open early on in the game. No se presentó, pero también at the same time, Kevin, se vio que Czechia, even though it was at nighttime, that altitude kind of killed them, and you could kind of see their game slowly declining throughout the whole entire game. Definitely in the second half, and especially in the first goal from Mateo Chavez. Look, Luis Romo taking on, I think it was two defenders in the middle, taking the ball away from them, stealing it away. Mateo Chavez doing the rest. Literally a right back finishing like a striker. And that was it. That sent that place into pandemonium. That sent the Estadio Azteca toda locura. And it was a well-taken goal from Mateo Chavez. Let's go real quick. I see a little bit on the comment section, Kevin. My boy Jonathan Pelayo. What's up, Johnny P? What's going on? Johnny Blasphemy, like he likes to be called, Kevin, just to let you know. He said he would love to see something yesterday. Watching the first half, I was like, damn, we can't tell the difference between our main squad. I don't know. Was it really that big of a difference? Like, was it really noticeable? Like, it felt like it was the same thing from the first. Because I would say this. El primer equipo que se jugó the very first game against South Africa, I think that's the main team that's supposed to be the starting 11, and everybody just alternate that one. But was there a difference? I mean, could you tell the difference between the main starting 11 and the team that started yesterday?
Un poco. I mean, I'm not going to say que jugamos mucho mejor. Manejábamos el balón un poco más, pero igual todavía batallamos for the possession. México no tuvo 100%. La posición que debería de haber tenido. Yo creo que Chequia les ganó por unos 4%, pero sí se miraba un poco más de juego. Se miraba de que estaban más calmados jugadores en la pelota y no teníamos la presión que habíamos visto en los partidos anteriores contra Corea del Sur y contra Sudáfrica. And I think that did, I don't know if that's because of the players, but it did show. And I think that allowing us to kind of calm the ball down and kind of move to the rhythm of our game helped us out a lot more than we thought it would.
I definitely do believe that the striker position was a weak point yesterday. I don't think Memote had a good game. It's a whole different style of player. You could tell a lot from what Raul Jimenez does to anybody else. Him coming in deep, playing that play role of a striker that he can potentially do. That was probably the only difference. I mean, yesterday comenzó Edson Alvarez como center back, moved into center defensive mid, kind of tell the difference right there. It needed to be. I think that was another thing too as well. Johan Vasquez getting the day off next to Cesar Montes, who started, but he also had the red card for his game, so he didn't play last game. Gallardo too. You can tell Gallardo was also missing on the left hand side, but again didn't really make a difference. Or it wasn't really missed that well, other than a few crosses here and there.
Yes.
Pero sí se notó un poquito en la media with Mora and who started next to Mora? Was it Mora and
teníamos
Mora and Luis Romo?
Eso es lo que te decía. Teníamos a Romo.
Yeah, Mora and Luis Romo. Look, Edson and Luis Romo don't go together, right? I can easily tell. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it was. To me, Luis Romo's first touch, donkey. Oh, my God. Tiene un primer toque bien feo. Luis Romo, bro, like I couldn't even imagine it. He pissed me off a lot in the first half. Him and Piojo pissed me off a lot in the first half. Piojo, I don't know what he brings to this team, but he's there. Plenty of opportunities. My perfect middle, and we spoke about this when we first started this podcast. It's like I really want to see either Fidalgo and Fidalgo and Mora and Brian Gutierrez or Lira in there, or Edson Alvarez, whichever one of the two. Yeah. I think that's my preferred middle. Pero, I mean, I even love to see Fidalgo and Mora. Fidalgo and Brian Gutierrez in the first game also made a lot more sense, and it hummed so easily in the middle. And that's the one thing about the Selección Mexicana que tiene que they have depth. They have depth in the middle that we never 100%. Had before. In previous years, in so many World Cups, we have depth in that middle to where it feels like no bad partnership is bad between Fidalgo, Brian Gutierrez, and Gilberto Mora.
Yeah, and I think así es como lo tiene que estar manejando Aguirre, ¿no? Ya tiene que tener el seleccionado quién va a jugar todos los partidos y de ahí ver cuáles cambios va a hacer, who connects more in that middle. 100%. Porque tenemos a jugadores que they can make differences, right? You're talking about now Montes being back. Okay, we throw him in the defense again. We push Alvarez up, this allows Alvarez to kind of help move the game forward. Like you said, he wasn't really connecting with Romo the way that he probably should have, and it wasn't working out. Pero teniendo a Alvarez de esa posición, ayudando a seguir adelante la jugada, he can make a difference himself, you know. And I think that si conectamos a alguien más allí, como dices tú, o sea, tal vez sea que lleguemos a meter, sea Fidalgo o sea Brian Gutiérrez, y tenemos a esos tres conectando todo el tiempo, ahí ya las possibilities are endless. Pero igual, como dices tú, Guillermo Martínez arriba no hizo nada. Lo tuvimos que cambiar por el Santi Jiménez. Yo no diría que me gustaría ver a Santi Jiménez empezando el partido, porque para mí todavía le pesa un poco la playera. Y lo vimos. Santi Jiménez batalló arriba, pero de todos modos no batalló como lo hizo Memo. Y yo, para mí, me gustaría empezar con Alexis Vega.
Yeah, 100%. Vega en lado derecha over Piojo, 110%. Kevin, desde que we started this, ¿cuántas veces te ha decidido qué ofrezca el Piojo Alvarado a la selección mexicana?
And I hear you. I really do hear you. It's tough porque aunque no lo quieramos, diremos, you said Romo and Alvarado were two of the players that you thought weren't gonna or that weren't doing well during the game, but they're the ones that gave the assists, right?
Right.
And when it matters, you know, that's kind of important, right? And that's what I was going to say. Alvarado, I'm with you. Cuando juega por las Chivas, I don't know why, porque he makes differences for us too, but I never liked him. And I never saw the clout for him either. Pero es como Antuna. Antuna también como le iba con la selección. Everybody hates him. Everyone says he's bad. Pero con la selección lo metían y metía gol. And that's what we need sometimes. Ahorita el juego no es bonito. Para nada, no es bonito el juego.
Right.
Pero ganando estos resultados, tenemos tiempo para adivinarlo.
Oh, yeah.
O averiguarlo, que diga. Pero ahí vamos a ver. Para mí, teniendo a lo que es Brian Gutiérrez, teniendo a Armando González y Alexis Vega en la cancha desde un inicio, de ahí ya no bajas. You know what I mean?
100%. Oh, no bajas para nada. No, for sure. Real quick in the comment section, Kevin, tenemos a Eric Arroyo. What's up, Eric Tocayo? Mora needs to be a starter. 100%. Man, it's different. I hear you, right? And this is a very healthy and great conversation to have because, again, like we said, por la primera vez, Mexico has depth in that middle. You can't go wrong with any of the players that you can link up. It's just who plays what better. I loved how I saw between Brian Gutierrez and Alvaro Fidalgo the first game against South Africa. The middle was just clicking left, right, and center. It was just a lack of quality on top and putting the balls in the back of the net, right? My perfect pairing that I really want to see, especially for the future, as much as I love Fidalgo, him being with America for all these many years that he was and what the difference that he made, my preference, actually, I would love to have Brian Gutierrez and Gilberto Mora. I think those two is actually the future for the Selección Mexicana in the middle. Love to see it and would love to see it for so many years. And I'm definitely going to see it for so many years, right? Obviously. But for this World Cup, la diferencia de esos dos. I mean, you see el pase que dio Mora for, what was it? For the second goal.
Para el segundo gol. Sí.
How perfectly weighted that ball was. Jorge Sanchez, pinche tronco, pero he did the most that he could. Still got the pass off his ass.
I was going to say, no llegó al balón. I don't know what it was. No sé si estaba ocupado queriendo quedarse onside y no quería llegar fuera del lugar. Pero lo que andaba haciendo Mora, the way that he was scanning that field, the way that he slowed that play down without being rushed to make a play, those are moments that define a game, right? And for him to be 17 and having those defining moments, para 100%. Mí, tienes razón, es el futuro, pero para mí yo no creo que él debería de estar empezando los partidos, porque todavía tiene que tener la experiencia. Tenemos que empezar con alguien que está más cementado, que nos pueda tal vez empezar a cementar el partido un poco más y ya meterlo con él, con la confianza que tiene, and just build up his confidence. Because if we start losing a game early and he's in and we sub him out, we're taking his confidence away. Y lo que queremos es que este güey sea el futuro.
And I hear you, Kevin, 110%, pero la calidad que tiene Gilberto Mora, bro, it's no other in this team, in the Selección Mexicana that has, right? Fidalgo may have it a little bit, even though he's 20, 27, 28, but Gilberto Mora, giving him the opportunity, giving him high pressure moments and him coming out on top in those moments. 17-year-olds, again, different beast without with Yamal out in Spain, him having Spain on his back at that same age or a little bit older than Gilberto Mora says a lot in that aspect. I mean, but you got to give these guys an opportunity to shine and to rise in big moments. And again, yesterday, Mora just won just 10 seconds of pure just composure and how he controlled everything in the middle for that second goal, said everything about his playing style and the confidence that he needs. He's 17, no sabe lo que es presión, nomás ando jugando fútbol así nomás ahorita en este momento.
Todavía está enamorado del fútbol y es lo más bonito, más bonito.
But that too is la posibilidad que vamos a tener en la media de la selección mexicana for years to come, for at least the next 8-10 years, if he doesn't get hurt or si no se pone en el vicio en la peda como nosotros.
Ahí viene el vicio.
Pero de todos modos, bro, it's just kind of like I hear you, I get what you're saying, pero si otros países a los 17, 18 años andan jugando en selección en torneos grandes, ¿por qué no nosotros? ¿Qué les cuesta? Le está agarrando la experiencia right there anyways, and it's just going to keep on growing for years to come. So why not, right? John on the comments, he says Fidalgo and Brian for him, and that's true. And I love how that looked in the first game against South Africa. Mind you, say what you want, it was South Africa, but South Africa became second in this group out of nowhere.
I was just gonna say that we can't knock them down. They were at this point, they're looking to have been one of the stronger opponents in this group. Nobody thought it was going to be that way, pero así fue y sí le fue. Y fue el partido que más dominó México. Dominó México. And if I don't know, if we would have stuck with that, could it have been even better? That's something that sticks with me, porque sí hemos cambiado bastante el plantel, aunque no se vea, pero sí hemos cambiado bastante el plantel and in chemistry pretty much, because the players de la calidad son casi iguales, pero de que se conozcan y de que sepan jugar uno con el otro, estamos un poco batallando con eso.
I don't know, for sure, you're absolutely right. Pero también a la misma vez, Kevin, you also got to put in perspective that La Roja que sacó Montes in the first game also kind of fluctuated everything that's been happening between the last two games too as well. So that also makes a little bit of difference. También playing Edson at center back, started at center back and moved to CDM, which I thought that was supposed to be the start anyways, but whatever. No soy el entrenador. Yo nomás soy aquí, pinche panzón aquí nomás viendo el partido por mi televisión. That's all I am right now, pretending to be a coach. But before we continue, on the comments, guys, always like and share our show on your Facebook page for your friends, family, and enemies too as well. And also, while you're at it, go to our YouTube page, like and subscribe under the Windy City Rundown, where we have our shows here too, where we have our show on there too as well. Like and subscribe if you're into Chicago sports. Me and my boy Jose Contreras every Wednesday at 7 p.m. talking Chicago sports, and then obviously Tuesdays and Thursdays 7 p.m. here for the EAFP show. We're going to be on there too as well. So like I said, like and share our show on your Facebook page, like and subscribe on our YouTube page. Follow us. We appreciate the support. Join us on the comment section like John and Eric did. And also you can click the link to us on there too as well on your Facebook or YouTube page. If you guys want to talk to us personally on your camera phone, just to have a conversation about the Selección Mexicana, the history that they made. First time in history where they won all 3 games. First time in history that they never conceded not one single goal. And then obviously we'll talk about a lot more in this game too as well. A lot more stuff on as well. John also says Alvarado was pissing him off too. 100%. He's been pissing me off since ever. You know what I mean? And like Kevin said, he's like Antuna. Antuna just wherever he went. From Tigres to Cruz Azul to all the other Chivas. No, pissing him, like, con club no sale, but for some reason con la selección mexicana se lo sale el cabrón. And then the best thing, I guess, about Piojo Alvarado is his nickname.
El Piojo.
El Piojo. But we appreciate you guys' love and support. Join us in the comment section. Join us on screen, too, as well. If it's up to you guys, where do you guys want to join us on today? But yeah, Kevin, like I mentioned, México por la primera vez en su historia en mundiales, 3 games, 3 wins, 9 points. I mean, Dijeron en principio antes del mundial que quieren ser historia este equipo y por el momento, por un pasito, están haciendo historia los cabrones.
That's all I gotta say. Había gente hablando que esta selección no iba a hacer nada, que esta selección no tenía el juego que necesitaban que tener, que Aguirre andaba arruinando la selección y que no sé qué más. Where are they now? O sea, todos estamos ahorita just soñando ya en el quinto, sexto partido. O sea, ya tenemos lo que necesitamos.
Ya hasta la final, Kevin.
Vamos a ir hasta la pinche final. Tenemos a Merlín, güey. Tenemos a Merlín. But it's just, it's insane. Nobody would have guessed que Mexico would have gone 9 points in the group, right? Nobody would have guessed that because we were worried about the fact that some of these teams defensively were stronger or physically were stronger, right? Y aparte de eso, no esperábamos, especialmente con un nuevo portero, porque todos pensábamos que iba a ser Ochoa. Todos empezamos que Ochoa nos va a salvar y nos tocó con Rangel. Y aunque lo vimos nervioso el primero y hasta en el segundo partido un poco, no ha conseguido gol. No ha conseguido gol. Y tal vez es porque no lo han puesto tampoco a salvar tanto, pero la defensa ahorita está haciendo lo que debe de estar haciendo. Y con que sigamos de esa forma, yo creo que podemos ir casi todo el torneo sin recibir un gol, porque las selecciones que nos tocan, bueno, todavía no sabemos qué nos va a tocar, pero de lo que yo voy viendo, yo veo que la selección mexicana tiene un paso casi regalado.
Oh, 100%. Y luego con los partidos de México, especially si ganan el primer partido del 32 y luego el siguiente, el 16, y todavía están en el Azteca, bro, like anything is possible. Aunque a lo mejor en el Azteca por el 16 va a ser Inglaterra. Maybe, pero de todos modos, tú dame el Azteca con cualquier equipo, con lo que sea, Holanda, Inglaterra, España, Bélgica, Francia. I will pick Mexico 9 out of 10 times because in el Azteca, at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in the heat, the humidity, the smog, the altitude, 87,000 pinches bola de animales mexicanos que están ahí en el estadio gritando México, cantando el cielito lindo. It's no other. There is no other stadium that I could think of in the world that would have that much of an upper hand, that much of an effect on a game than what the Estadio Azteca can provide for any team. Jason goes on here, says, I don't like Alvarado. But he keeps assisting on goals. And I mean, that's the key. And you're actually right, Jason. I truly don't understand it. No sé lo que es. Y no es porque juega con las Chivas, porque ahorita no importa con quién vienes, con quién estás jugando.
Ahorita
si tienes la verde, es lo más importante.
Exactamente.
Pero, puta madre, Kevin, like, it's just like, dude.
Ya, no sé qué más decirte. Es igual con Ochoa. Hay que decirlo. Es igual con Ochoa. Ochoa is only there because of how lucky he was getting.
Tranquilo,
Bueno, le bajo porque eres aficionado del Ochoa, lo entiendo. Pero es the same thing. Si estás viendo que le está yendo bien y si estás viendo que está generando lo que es el carisma, lo que está generando ánimo, ¿para qué lo vas a sacar? Para matar esos ánimos, para arriesgarte a perder un balón por no tenerlo ahí. O sea, tienes que irte a lo seguro, y si te está enseñando qué es lo seguro, es lo seguro. Y es una lástima porque, como dicen ustedes, vale pura madre, pero es lo que nos va a tocar. Y hasta que él llegue a jugar un partido malo, lo malo es que de aquí ya no puede jugar un partido malo, porque si le toca un partido malo, nos vamos. Pero yo creo que un error o dos y se sale. Y va a entrar, como dices tú, tal vez ya tenemos a Orbelín Pineda, si queremos, Orbelín Pineda puede entrar por él. Igual tenemos a, ¿quién más juega aquí de la media? Alexis Vega. O sea que allí con Alexis Vega la hacemos. Alexis Vega y la hormiga González, por favor. Esa es una dupla que ahí ya, esa es para la final, ahí me la salvo. Se me enojó Jonathan. Se me enojó.
I just read that comment right now as I was typing everything, and I just read it. I'm like, oh my. Te estoy diciendo que we call him Johnny Blasphemy por una razón ahí, Kevin.
Es que tenemos que ser honestos. I mean,
look, cada quien, ¿verdad? Everybody has their own opinion on their own players, right? I have my plenty, and obviously for my obvious reasons, I can defend my players for all I can. Pero en este tema de todos modos, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, just like, entiendo. Con este, como dijo ese argentino, con esta pinche panza que tengo, puedo hacerlo mejor and stuff like that, right? Vive en un country.
Yeah.
But again, dude, like, I get it. And I understand why Piojo is there. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get it. Porque tienes, por ejemplo, los dos primeros partidos, right? Piojo, Jimenez, and Quiñones. You already have one direct player in Quiñones that could go from left to the middle and kind of almost do everything like a second striker. Raúl Jimenez can facilitate grabbing the ball as deep as to the midfield, going on top, dishing out the ball. Like we literally have like a bootleg Harry Kane con Raúl Jimenez, right? It literally the Mexican version, right? Puro chafita, pero lo tenemos, ¿verdad? Sincero.
Tenemos a Harry Kane en casa y se llama Jiménez y es un lobo. Chingas tu madre.
Exactly. pero el Piojo, like, lo veo and it's just kind of like, ¿y tú qué? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, he's on his left foot. We want to change it because with Quiñones and Raúl on the right, you need somebody lefty. If you put in Vega, you have nothing but all righties on top. Kind of want to switch it up just a little bit. And again, casi igual como Quiñones, right? Kind of more direct than it is more a facilitator, right? And I think that's what Piojo is. Because Piojo probably 7 out of 10 times agarra el balón, se va por la banda, no puede hacer lo que tiene que hacer, se recorre porque es izquierdo y busca el centro, right? And I think that's what it is right there, que está buscando más el centro because he can actually put the ball in pretty well into the box. I mean, the pass to Fidalgo, pero in the first goal, the goal for Raúl Jiménez against South Africa, literally he put the ball only where Raúl Jiménez can get it.
Y es el efecto que da his left, cutting into the left.
Cutting into the left, right? Exactly. Mm-hmm. Y sí, like, and I get it. Like, I understand it. No me gusta, pero I get it because he provides something different.
Nos toca.
Exactly. Y pero cabrón, nomás mete las pinches cintas con este pinche balón y ya tienes tu primer gol con la selección mexicana a los 20 minutos, bro. That's the one thing. Like, look, contentos, ¿verdad? Hay que decir que contentos. Contentos, ¿verdad? México,
estoy feliz.
Muy feliz. México 3 for 3, 9 points, clear the group. Had already won the group the week previous. But they needed to do something different because con la selección mexicana, if they even get Czechia an opportunity, then the position that they would have had to play as a third place team would probably have been a more difficult than a more easier route for the selección mexicana. ¿Verdad? Yeah. Mexico finished with 9 points. South Africa, the surprise team of the group with 4 points, second in the group. South Korea still has a slight chance of still surviving and coming out of the third best team, but chances are pretty slim for them. And Czechia, we had you there, my guy. You didn't show up. Gracias por venir a México. Excuse me. Gracias por venir a México. Te agradezco. Los dejaste que meter los 3 goles. You look horrible. It is all good. But that's what we got right now, right? And so, before we move on, well, actually, let's move on to the next segment, Kevin, and that is next potential opponents for the Selección Mexicana. Now it's just a sitting and wait game for the Selección Mexicana as we're playing against possibly the worst, I believe it's the worst third place team simply because how we grouped our team, correct? I think that's how it is. We're waiting for that opponent, and there's plenty of teams that Mexico can play, right? We're gonna run down the group. So on top we have the potential third place teams from these groups, from Group C, Group E, Group F, Group H, and Group I. Those are the teams that whoever comes out in third place or the best or worst third place of that team or from those groups, damn, let me speak English, from those groups have a potential to play against Mexico. Who are the teams, you ask? That is a great question, guys. I'm glad you're watching the show and paying attention because those potential teams are from Group C is Scotland, from Group E is Ecuador, from Group F, it could either be Sweden, Japan, or Netherlands. Right now, we're about to give you the live update scores for that group because they're playing right now at this moment. It should be finalized.
Sweden is tied, I think. 1-1 is where they're at. So Sweden takes the first place of the third best placed teams.
Okay.
As of right now.
As of right now.
Ecuador sitting second. That's another one of our opponents that could possibly be us. Y luego de allí, ya creo que no veo a nadie más que Scotland, que va en 8º lugar. Entonces, si tú estás hablando de que nos va a tocar con el peor de todos, con que Scotland se quede dentro, nos toca con ellos.
Right. Small chance. That I'm talking about. A real small chance from Group H. Uruguay, Cape Verde, which has been the surprise. Hasta España también can actually be right there, too, as one of the third place best teams into this competition. And then they're just up there because mathematically can still qualify out of Group I, and that's Senegal. With 0 points and a -3 goal differential, they have to outscore Qatar in that aspect, and hopefully they could get in. Now I'm talking about they have to put in like not Qatar, I'm sorry, Iraq. They have to put up a 7th spot in order for them to have somewhat of a possibility to enter one of the best third place teams. But I mean, again, these are the potential opponents for the Selección Mexicana. And like I said, right now, one of the favorites that the Selección Mexicana can play is against Escocia, Scotland. And let me tell you, Kevin, if that does happen, van a haber 2 batallas en el estadio en México, ¿eh? La batalla dentro de la cancha y la batalla afuera de la cancha. When you have 2 of the biggest drinking countries in the world, no. México ahora sí, they're going to be sucked out dry con todo el licor allá. Las coronas, la tequila, el brandy, the scotch, the cantaritos, the palomas, las pinches, what am I missing? What else am I missing? What else am I missing?
No, pues te faltan las palomas bien famosas.
You know, shit. All that could be done by those 2. Y van a ver 2 batallas right there in la cancha. Ahí afuera de la cancha. In your heart, in your mind, who do you want to see as a potential team against Mexico for the third place, for the round of 32, digo?
Bueno, para hacerla más fácil, contra Escocia, porque para mí se me hace un equipo fácil.
Right.
Para batallarle un poco, Ecuador.
Okay.
Pero igual no le temo. Yo creo que si nos toque con que nos toque, les ganamos.
Yeah.
Estoy seguro de eso. Este partido nomás es para que les demos oportunidad a ellos, pero no nos van a ganar. Así de seguro estoy. Así de seguro.
And look, I mean, I've seen what the atmosphere of the Estadio Azteca can do. Saw it yesterday firsthand with Czechia. I saw it the first game against South Africa. Sí pesa el Estadio Azteca, no por la gente nomás, pero por el clima, the smog, the altitude, the humidity that's there. Like, it affects, right? That's why, to me, Scotland is good. I can take on Sweden. I can take on Japan. Ecuador kind of scares me because they kind of can get used to those conditions. Obviously, playing in montañas in Bolivia, you know, the humidity in Brazil and all that. Like, they have those type of playing conditions down in South America, digo. Anybody outside of them, I'll be okay. I mean, le doy toda la confianza. Don't get me wrong. Le doy toda la confianza en este equipo, en esta selección que puede ir y puede ganar, puede agarrar el resultado con cualquiera de estos equipos, right? Hell, give me Cape Verde. Although they kind of scare me a little bit.
Ahí sí me da miedo. Ahí sí me da miedo. Estás viendo a una selección mexicana que ha batallado históricamente contra equipos que son defensivos. ¿Cuántas veces hemos visto partidos contra equipos como Haití, que hemos visto que le batalla un chingo México anotarle goles? Porque aunque ellos estén atacando con todo lo que puedan, Haití también se está aventando atrás lo más que pueda. Y son partidos cerrados y son partidos enfadosos, pero esos partidos son con un empate, llegando a los penales, ahí se define nomás a un sorteo prácticamente, a una aventada de una moneda y decir 50-50. Y así no me gustaría pasar. Pero jugando con equipos como Ecuador y como Escocia, que en mi mente pienso que van a jugar un poco más abiertos, más buscando el contraataque, más encontrando a lo menos hacer un poco de daño, ahí yo creo que México puede fluir bien y puede encontrar sus momentos para poder anotar un gol rápido y ya de allí cerrarse si es que se ocupa, pero igual a mí no me gusta que se cierre el equipo, para mí que sigan matándose a goles, será lo mejor.
Sea lo mejor, Kevin. Queremos que asista a la selección mexicana, ¿verdad? Pero a veces no se da. Y no se va a dar, porque la diferencia también del otro equipo también se sabe cómo ponerse bien y totalmente cambiar el juego. Sabe cómo jugar a México, agarrarlos de contragolpe. It has worked at times throughout this whole entire tournament a little bit. Yeah. The thing is, the teams haven't put it in the back of the net. And that's where it kind of gets tricky, right? But in a team like Scotland, okay, they're physical. Miedo. They're going to be real physical. Ecuador, they could probably play with you and go toe-to-toe against you, right? They can let you have the ball, but then when they have the ball, they also have to threat también.
Yeah.
Los otros tres en Suecia, Japón y Países Bajos, or Netherlands, if you want to keep it simple. Again, two different teams, two European teams, especially Netherlands. No se los va a olvidar que no era penal, almost 12 years ago. It just, again, easy route. Give me Scotland. Give me Scotland. I think that's the easiest one. It doesn't matter. Again, the time of day, 8 o'clock. It's going to be 8 o'clock on Tuesday next week for this game.
Yep.
So give me that one. But right now, you have to wait for this weekend and see who we got. But these are the next potential teams that the Selección Mexicana will have waiting for until Monday. I'm looking at the score. When's the last final match day? Sería el Saturday. El Saturday se termina todo de los grupos. So.
See, I think it's like two groups playing at a time at the moment.
Yeah, two groups playing at the same time.
And then they play at the same times. Ya no es como que lo dividen entre todo el día. Ya los están jugando a la misma vez para que no se puedan ver los resultados y jugar a lo que les conviene más.
Oh, yeah.
Según, right? That's the reason why they do it. Pero ya ves que la banca a veces they get results y ya se van cambiando un poco las tácticas. Pero eso es lo bonito del fútbol. ¿Te acuerdas las fechas cuando en la Liga Mexicana se peleaba el descenso? Que en el mero último día todos los resultados los tenías en la pantalla y todos así viendo las pinches posibilidades de quién va a bajar y quién puede ganar y que no sé qué.
¿Qué es eso, Kevin? ¿Qué es el descenso en la Liga Mexicana?
Ay, lo van a traer para atrás.
No, Kevin. Well, the one thing that I do like little by little is that now that the groups are kind of being finalized, we already have a few games already in hand that are being filled out. The first game, actually, Kevin, on this Sunday, South Africa versus Canada. Very juicy game, right?
Ya confirmado.
Ahora que ya se terminó the games right now in this group, we have Brazil versus Japan, Netherlands versus Morocco, allá en Guadalajara. In Monterrey. That Netherlands versus Morocco game. So that one's a bit juicy. I like that one. Let me see what we got. I think that's pretty much it. Those are the only games that have been set in stone for the round of 32. As I'm going, that's pretty much it right now. So we already got 2 games on Monday, 1 game on Sunday for sure. Sunday, South Africa versus Canada in California, in Los Angeles. Monday, we have Brazil versus Japan. That one is going to be in Houston, Texas, and Netherlands versus Morocco in Monterrey. In the comment section, we got my boy Michael. What's up, Michael P? He said, I just joined the live. I don't know what's being spoken about, but Spain winning in 6 with the España emojis on there.
No.
Well, we'll see. No. I mean, look, there's a slight chance that Spain still can finish third in their group, but I mean that's a long shot, but it is still mathematically possible in that aspect, in that point. But thank you for joining the live.
As they have it standing, they do have them going through, and they have them up with Austria, which would be maybe not the most difficult game, but after that, así como están, they would see Portugal or Ghana, and I think it's gonna be a tough ask. Y pues de ahí, after those games, I don't think it gets that hard because you're going up against USA, Bosnia, Egypt, or Korea. So it could be an easy game, but again, it could also be one of those. It just, you never know. Ahorita como está jugando la selección de España, it's a bit of a toss up, and Lamine Yamal cannot carry the team.
I think you know what, I would take so much of a grain of salt for the first game against Spain against Cape Verde. I'll take a more bigger picture between Saudi Arabia and Spain. I think that's the more legit first team squad that you're going to see. A team that can easily dominate not only in the middle, but also going to attack and attack. I mean, it's just a free flow, right? With Ferran Torres, with obviously Yamal up there on top. That team is just pleading to score more goals, and they absolutely can do it, right? I'll take that more into concept than what I did when I saw against Cape Verde. I think it's more of a better team in that aspect. And that's why they're kind of one of the, if not one of the favorites, if not the favorite to win the whole entire thing. So I get where you're coming from, Kevin. I hear you 110%. But what I saw against Saudi Arabia in the second game, that's the real Spain, and that Spain is dangerous to anybody. Although defensively, kind of leaky, and a better team could probably put those away. John says they don't want to see Portugal.
No es que no lo quieramos ver. It's because, obviously people have Spain as a favorite, pero, everyone's following the Simpsons timeline. Portugal tiene que llegar. So we'll
Portugal
see.
tiene que llegar. The Simpsons sign. Uruguay's going to give them the work tomorrow. Penaldo is done. He's washed.
No, he said he was back. He said he was back.
He was back.
Just like us, we're back.
We're back. Yeah, actually, that's a great segue. The EAFP show here on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. As always, like and share our show on your Facebook page for your friends, family, and enemies. And also go to our YouTube page under the Windy City Rundown. Like and subscribe there too as well. Trying to get to 500 subscribers before the start of the NFL season for our show on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. for the Windy City Rundown. Our show here for the EAFP show Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, Mike, John, Jason. Who else is on here? Tocayo Eric. We appreciate you guys for hopping on, joining in on the comment section too as well. So since you're on here, like I said, like and share our show. Go ahead and do it. We appreciate the love and support on there too as well. And you know what? This is what I love about our comment section, Kevin, because we can continue on talking, and it actually kind of leads into the question of the night that we have for you. Obviously, for the questions in the comment section, put number 1 or number 2 in the comment section for your vote. But who has been more disappointing as an overall nation, the UEFA or Conmebol? And the only reason why we're saying this is because obviously we've seen the result of Spain, 0-0 against Cape Verde. Ecuador, up until today, beating Germany, was also kind of one of the disappointing teams into this tournament too as well, because they finished second in Conmebol. Brazil kind of showing the little flashes here and there, but also saw the bad side of Brazil too as well, even though they dominated Escocia yesterday. You have Turkey, who was one of the top favorites or one of the underdogs in this tournament, going out in the group stage too. So the real question of the night for you guys, I'm gonna put it in the comment section as well. Who has been more disappointing? Kevin, put your number in the comment section, give me your vote, and tell me why.
Para mí, la verdad, yo creo que la Conmebol. Yo creo que y solo porque me arde, bro. Like, I'm so fucking mad about them talking all this smack about que según mejores que la CONCACAF y que no sé qué más, pero en la Libertadores no las pelan. Pero bueno, no importa todo eso. I just think que el Conmebol for now is just not, it's not where the people said it was, right? They were talking about, right, like you said, Ecuador being the second place team right behind Argentina and being as strong as Argentina. Ahorita como los veo, denme a cualquier del Conmebol. Es el paso fácil.
Yeah.
Hasta Argentina, dame Argentina, me vale, porque con Messi, con que lo tengamos ahí contenido, and I trust our defense against Messi, yo creo que ni con Argentina vamos a batallar. I don't think we will. Pero si me das a un equipo del UEFA, ahí sí, for whatever reason, ahí sí le temo un poco. Estás hablando de equipos que ya son más poderosos. Estás hablando como France, estás hablando igual España, estás hablando Belgium, estás hablando Holanda. All these teams that historically have been strong for years, right? And these teams from CONMEBOL, they weren't, and they got so hyped up, and I feel like they've just been the biggest disappointment for me this run. They both had slow starts, and I did lean UEFA, pero ahorita just this disappointment with Conmebol. It's too much for me. I don't think it's gonna. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna change.
I hear where you're coming from, because Brazil, Argentina, probably the only two Conmebol teams that are top of their group, right?
Yep.
Everywhere else, you have Paraguay struggling in Group C. Potentially can probably top out or come in second place in that group, beating Australia tonight. Has a possibility to be one of the top 3 teams, but they were also the best defensive team in Conmebol. They also beat Argentina and Brazil. Take that whatever you want to take it with, but they did do that in the qualifying matchups too as well. Ecuador, one of the darlings of the of the World Cup. Everybody's kind of dark horse simply because of defensively what they have on the counterattack with the speed. That was one of the things. Although they did beat Germany today, mind you, it was kind of like a B- Germany team too as well. Plus, they were also down 1-0. They obviously scored 2 goals. Manuel Neuer, I don't know what he was doing in the second goal, but they did give Germany fits. And that was another thing too as well. They kind of saved themselves to be in this position of kind of one of them being grouped. You also got Uruguay, who's also been struggling in this group as well. They've tied the 2 games. The games that they were supposed to win against Saudi Arabia and Cape Verde, 0-0, 0-0. Am I right? No, 0-0, 2-2. Sorry.
Yep.
0-0 and 2-2. Those were the score lines. 2 ties against probably what was supposed to be the easiest, and I mean the easiest groups in this team, right? Before they faced their last matchup against Spain. And now they put themselves in a situation to where, hell, they could even lose, or they won't even qualify to go into the next round in the position that they put themselves in, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have Argentina, Colombia at top of the group as well. That's another team that's been surprising, but again, very underwhelming in a way. But they're still top of the group. And then that's pretty much it. So it's very mixed results for Conmebol. As for UEFA, they have a shitload of teams, man.
Ya sabes, son los favoritos de FIFA. Ellos tienen sus 16 puestos. Bueno, ok, está bien. Pero igual, I just think that the quality of game is there for them the way that we thought it would be. And I'm not too worried about them.
I'm just putting my votes in. It's just, again, dude, it's kind of weird, but also like outside of Paraguay, most of these South American teams were supposed to have an advantage simply because they were on this side of the hemisphere. Like, you know how many Colombians, Argentinians, Brazilians, obviously, right? The Ecuador, all these like from this side, closer to home and stuff like that. How much they were going to be well represented, and so far they've been very disappointing. Again, if it wasn't for the result for Ecuador today, I think that would have been part of this conversation and probably made this conversation a little easier to have, right? Yeah. But they came up 2-1. Excuse me, third best place team right now, probably in a good position to be in the next round of the knockout stages as one of the best third place teams. But again, it just doesn't feel like they're a team, or it doesn't feel like they were dominating what they were supposed to be more comfortable in.
Yeah,
on this aspect of the group stage.
For us having thought they were going to be in first place, right? Because I think I had them first place over Germany. And I had Germany probably being the ones that weren't going to go through. Pero aquí estamos, and you know, it's fine. I think Germany has the points to be able to let some points go. Pero Ecuador sí se puso en una situación que they shouldn't have been from the very beginning, and I don't know how they got there.
Yeah, no, 100%. EAFP, the EAFP show here on Facebook and on YouTube, guys. We like to appreciate everybody that's on here, and thank you very much for joining on our show today. As always, like and subscribe on our YouTube page, like and share our show on your Facebook page for your friends and family and enemies. We appreciate you guys. We're talking about the Selección Mexicana, guys. Give us what you feel. How do you feel about the Selección Mexicana? Where are you guys? Y si sí, y por qué no? You know what I mean? Like, we are already, estamos en esas alturas right now. Hicieron Historia. They won 3 games, 9 points, clear the group, no goals, history on that aspect. And it's just, we're on an all-time high with this team, with the Selección Mexicana, and what they can provide and what they can give us for the upcoming group stages. But since we're also here in the United States, we also have to preview a little bit of today's game at 9 o'clock in about, 45 minutes or so, Kevin. the United States last group stage of the tournament before the round of 16. Obviously, the United States have already qualified for the round of 32.
Yes,
They
sir.
had their final tune-up game tonight against Turkey. Kevin, what do you expect from tonight's game between the United States and Turkey?
Well, I'm really hoping that the United States takes the moment to kind of hold the ball, stay in possession, kind of play to what we wanted them to be playing at. I feel like these last few games that the U.S. has had have been kind of lucky runs. But we're going to see. We're going to see how it goes. I know that Pulisic is still in question. I don't know if he's on the lineup. Or
he's not. I got the starting lineup right now. It's a whole different group.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know if they're going to take it off the burner and just kind of coast through the game thinking that it's an easy game. I really hope that that's not the case because I feel like Turkey can surprise them and can stun them. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That makes no difference.
What happened? I'm sorry?
I said I don't think it'll make a difference even if they do come out and surprise them anyway, simply because of what the situation is. Turkey's already eliminated.
Yeah.
The United States already has already grouped the topped the group. So I mean, tonight's game is just como los dices, just for the vibes.
I was gonna say, hopefully a game where they can take possession and kind of work from there, because you don't want to just go out there and lose these games on purpose. You don't want to take these like off games. You really want to take these games to be able to see what works and what doesn't work. And if you're not doing that on this very last game, it can come around and bite you in the ass in your next game.
No, 100%. If anything, the only thing that makes a difference is probably who their opponent is. They will have to face. I didn't get that. Who the United States will face? The United States will play against. Give me a second as I wait for this. All right, so they already got their opponent. The United States will play the next Wednesday at 7 p.m. against Bosnia-Herzegovina. That's their opponent for their next for their round of 32 matchup. So they already got their opponent for next week's matchup against Bosnia. That game would be in. Look at this. Love this on a live show, right? That game would be played in San Francisco and Levi Stadium. Do you want to know how much lower tickets is for that game, Kevin?
Uf. I was, you know what? This is crazy porque yo me andaba fijando. No sé por qué se me pegó la idea, but I was like, oh yeah, next Tuesday a Selección plays. Let me go out there. $3,000 is the cheapest ticket. If I'm talking USA versus Bosnia in San Francisco, I'm gonna think at the bare minimum 4 or 5.
No, less than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, pues es que la selección estadounidense ya ves que son fans de plástico. No te creas. Maybe, okay, then in that case,
that's gonna make the social media cuts. I'm telling you right now, that's making the social media cuts.
2,000-ish, maybe.
Right on the money. $1,927 is the lowest for the Levi Stadium. You want to know what's the lowest ticket for tonight's game?
For tonight's game against Turkey?
Against Turkey.
If it's under $1,000, that just goes to show you. Okay, as long as it's higher, yeah, that's good with me.
You were closer with your first guess. I'm gonna put
really.
I'm gonna put it.
A group stage game is more expensive than
around the 32.
Wow.
The lowest.
In that case, that's crazy.
The lowest ticket price for tonight's game between the United States and Turkey, $3,711.
That's just the FOMO. I mean, what else could it be? Pero también igual, ¿en qué estadio están jugando ahorita? Aren't they playing in
there you go. Yeah, they're in SoFi.
Who in Los Angeles doesn't want to be there right now, right? Like 100%. It's the place to be.
It is the place to be. But again, look, they group it. Doesn't really matter. They got their opponents. This is just basically solidifying to wrap up their group. I think everybody from their group is already going to start coming in. Everybody in their group has already kind of put their positions in already. So this is just one of those games where, I mean, hey, you wake up in the morning tomorrow and just be like, all right, they played. It is what it is. If they win, cool. If they lose, okay, cool, whatever. They're on to the next round, right? Doesn't make a big
Either
difference.
way, I'm in.
Either way. Exactly. Alrighty, Kevin. Before we wrap up tonight's show, we do have a new segment for you guys today, and it's a new thing that Kevin and I are going to bring in, probably extended to the period of this podcast between him and I. I think it's a great idea, great concept, just to make sure for all you guys to join us into our show for today. And the segment is called The Front Three. Now, everybody does top 5, top 10, top, whatever. Everybody has them, right? But the only reason why we picked the front 3 is just to make it a little bit difficult for us. Make it a little difficult for you guys to actually pick 3 of the best, whatever the topic is for today, or for any of the other segments that we're going to have. So for tonight's segment, and I really want you guys to join into as well in the comment section, or join us too as well. The link is in the comment section, or join us like Mikey, like John, like Jason, like Eric has joined into the comment section too as well. But today's segment for the new segment today's topic of the new segment of the front 3 is the best soccer jerseys of this World Cup. And there's been some beauts. There has been great ones. There has been amazing looking ones. There has been ugly ones.
There's been some that look very similar to each other.
Exactly. And that one too. But right now, Kevin and I will give us from 3 to 1. We want to know what your guys' top 3 soccer jerseys are of this World Cup. We have some honorable mentions. We're going to get those across. Kevin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I want to start with we're starting with the honorable mentions, you're saying?
Yeah, start with honorable mentions. See what you have.
Honorable mention, I have the Ecuador away kit.
That one.
Dark blue with the golden lines, and then it has the collar. I love a jersey with a collar. Don't know why, but I think that one is a good honorable mention. It's just a little simple for me, but I do like it a lot.
Simple is always good. Always remember that. Simple is always good. And you're right. Something about a collared jersey on a soccer jersey, just, I don't know. It just gives it that little extra pizzazz, the little extra oomph, the little extra like, I like it. You know why? You can actually wear that jersey. You can wear that jersey going out and still look somewhat casual. You know what I mean? Like I have my white Arsenal jersey. It's a polo jersey. It's a long sleeve. Put on some nice shorts, and it looks like you just have a nice little fit going on, you know? So I get it. Polo jersey. All right. You got another honorable mention? Give me all your honorable mentions. Like
Senegal home kit. Something about it, I think it's really cool. The way that they incorporated their design. I thought that was a pretty neat kit. But it was missing something. It didn't really look complete. It kind of just looks like they slapped things together. But I did like it. Just didn't make my cut.
Okay. You have another one?
Or that was it. For the honorable mentions, that was it. I'm getting into my 3 now.
All right. So what's your number 3?
My number 3 is going to be the Curaçao away kit. Curaçao away kit. Parece una playera del América clásica. Look, I'm a Chivas fan, but we were talking before the show came on. That classic jersey with that kind of like a yellow pastel color, you cannot beat that. And that's a beautiful jersey. And Curaçao's kit is exactly that. It has that color, the 3 stripes that are normally white on a jersey, or depending on what colors of your nation are. These are 3 different colors. You have like a pink, like a bluish, like a turquoise color, and then that yellow. And I just think it looks really nice. It's very different. Something about that kit it caught my attention.
Nice. Number 2.
Number 2, Scotland away kit.
Oh,
Scotland away kit. No, actually, this is the like salmon pinkish color.
Yeah. Last week. Yeah.
Exactly. With the purple stripes, man. I don't know, something about these off like pastel colors. They're my favorites. I think they look really nice. They look kind of elegant, and that is my second round pick.
And your best jersey of this World Cup?
La de Gala, la de Mexico, la blanca, the away kit. I think that Mexico really outdid themselves with that jersey, and I also think it's a lot of these like the classic Adidas logo that I really like. So a lot of the jerseys that came out with that classic Adidas logo are some of my favorites.
Nice. I like it. That's a real strong one. Real strong list. I like that. I actually have 3 honorable mentions. Right.
Ooh,
One of my honorable mentions is the one that they wore yesterday, the Mexico black one.
the black one.
I like the black one. Honestly, the one thing that you said correctly was that the Mexico jerseys are just all the jerseys. They really outdid themselves this World Cup.
Yeah.
All 3 of them are just beautiful in itself. Like it could just be like, oof. I have all 3 on my Adidas app on the shopping cart, just all the authentic ones. I'm waiting to drop, $520 soccer jerseys after taxes. I know my fiance will kill me if I do that simply because we have a wedding coming up in November. But when I tell you it's on my shopping cart, it's on my cart. It is on my cart with my credit card already attached to it. All I have to do is just check out, and I'm there. And I have all 3 jerseys in the long sleeve. So, but I can't. I want to get married, so that's that. My second honorable mention is the white one. I didn't want to have it. If I really wanted to put all 3 Mexico jerseys in my number 1, number 2, number 3. But I wanted to be different. I didn't want to be that guy. So that's why I have in my honorable mention. My third honorable mention, I actually have the Netherlands orange one. Something about that orange jersey and that Nike orange is just something. I don't know. I just like that fit, that orange Netherlands jersey. I've always been a fan, will always be a fan, even though they kind of screwed us over in 14, but I'll always be a fan of that jersey.
Yeah, I feel
for
like
my
they
top
had
3.
nicer ones, but this year's was weird for me. I don't know why I wasn't a fan this year.
It gives me kind of a little bit like Total 90 vibes, with
It
the
does.
design a little bit, the little flair.
Yeah,
That's why I
see
like
that
it a little bit.
Yeah.
A super throwback for that one. My number 3, don't know why I love this jersey so much, but it's the Norway home jersey, the red one.
The one with the cross all across it?
Exactly, the one with the flag. It just looks so fucking dope. It looks so great. Just the way how it comes up on the Nike symbol and just come across with it. It's simply obnoxious, and I love it. I love that jersey, just the way how it looks, right?
They're just so lucky to be able to just slap their flag on a jersey and still have it look nice.
And still just has it look just amazing. I like that one. My second one is the Germany white jersey. I just the how you have it with the America one, same with the little checkerboards coming across.
I was gonna say the same thing, but then I'm gonna sound like an Americanista, and I didn't want that.
It's okay. It's mejor equipo en Mexico, bro. It's okay. I understand, bro. I won't judge you. But yes, something about that jersey just brings me so many throwback vibes. It just looks so amazing. My number 1, the green Mexico jersey. I think they did it perfect. The green one is just perfect. It's beautiful. I just don't know what it is about it, but again, I know what they're trying to do with the combination of the 1998 World Cup jersey and putting it with this one. Just did a little modification for it, but it just looks so badass. In a long sleeve jersey, oof.
Yeah, in a long sleeve, it looks really nice. It really does. It's that green. It's that shade of green that they use. It just green. It makes it look really nice. I was a big fan, or I am a big fan of the green one, but for me, it's just the cleanness of that white one that kind of made me choose that one over it.
Yeah,
and it's that
110%. So
that classic Adidas thing. It just looks so cool. That little leaf.
Yeah. It just looks. They just did an amazing job. Like Adidas did an amazing job with all the Mexico jerseys that they had this year. So I love it. I loved it all. So again, your 3 are?
My 3 were Scotland, Curacao, Scotland, Mexico, home.
Okay.
Sorry, not home, away.
Away. Mine is Norway red 3, Germany white 2, Mexico green 1. So that is it. That is our new segment. We'll bring this probably once a week or once on an episode for our front 3, just to come up with something, different talking points for all you guys to join us for today or to join us in the segment. We appreciate it. Every single week will be something different. Like I said, top 3 of whatever topic we will talk about today. We got a lot out, Kevin. We got a lot out. But before we leave, I have to talk about the guy, Memo Ochoa. I had to. We seen him for the last time playing soccer.
Man. Did we see him for the last time? Did we really feel that way?
I honestly think I think Tala Rangel is going to be the goalie for extra time. If they go to penalties, he's going to be the penalty stopper. I don't see it any other way. So I think Memo Ochoa, last 15 minutes, That's what it was. Seen him for the last time. Kevin, plain and simple, he is the best Mexican goalie of all time in la historia de la selección mexicana. Am I right?
Jorge Campos, that's kind of crazy, man. That's kind of crazy. Pero bueno, mira, te lo doy. The longest standing goalkeeper, right? Un nombre que no se va a olvidar fácil. Un nombre que se va a estar hablando, I think, for my whole lifetime. I think I'm going to hear his name. And as much as I hate that, I'm happy for him. Porque ya, he's our legacy player, right? Estás hablando de Messi 100%. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the only other ones that have 6 World Cups, right? Y aunque we're talking about this during the game, yo no creo que Ochoa jugó las 6 Copas Mundiales. Solo jugó como 4.
No, well, this one will be his 4th.
Yeah.
So he was called in 06 as the third choice. 2010 he was supposed to play, but for some reason Conejo Perez just went over him.
Conejo Perez was a beast, all right? Let's be honest. Yeah. Arriba el azul.
In 2010? Nah, come on, bro. In 2010, after the year that Ochoa had coming off Club America, I think they reached the semifinal that year before the 2010 World Cup. But he was a catalyst. At that time, he had offers from Liverpool. He had offers from Arsenal. He had offers from Europe at that time. And then somehow, somebody just America, whatever, right? But 2010 was the year that Ochoa should have been goalie. That should have been his first World Cup as a starter, but whatever. It is what it is. Then, yes, he started in 14, started in 18, started in 22. So those are the 3, and this one is his 4th. But he has been in 6. He has been called up 6 World Cups. Yeah. So, hey, man, for me, Ochoa, look, man, I can go on for another hour, but I know the fiance would get mad at me if I go on for another hour. But man, he was a catalyst for my childhood, man. That's just a simple sob story. He was my first athlete autograph. I remember him going to see him in Soldier Field. They were friendly against Pumas in the rain, and I have the blue jersey, the blue America jersey with the yellow things, stripes on the shoulders, and he signed it right here. Literally, I remember the placement. Signed it right here, his signature and everything. He was rocking Concords at the time, gloves and shoes. But yeah, I would tell you, it was a guy that I followed and kind of try to emulate his style the best way I can. I watched him from America to when he went to Spain, to when he went to France, went to Italy, Cyprus, stuff. I literally come back to America. Like, I follow that man. That man was my idol. I followed. It was my dad and him. My dad and him. My dad's the one that taught me to be a goalie, and then Ochoa, just somebody that I follow professionally.
Yeah.
That was my guy. I just fell in love with him from rocking the Adidas shoes and Adidas gloves to the Nike shoes and gloves. I tried to do the curly hair, pero no me salió. Couldn't do it. Did the headband. Dressed up like him. Same shorts, black socks, tucked in shirt, long sleeves. When he had the tape all the way around his ankles to the shin guards, they'll do it to this day. Like, I emulated that man. You've always had that one player that you follow, then you fall in love with, right?
Yes, for sure.
For me, being a goalie, it was hard to. I mean, obviously there were better goalies in the world. You got your Buffons at the time, your Casillas at that time, your Victor Valdez's at the time, Peter Cech's at the time, right? But to me, it was always Ochoa. It was always Ochoa, and I followed that man. And I would be lying to you if I didn't shed a tear. I did shed a tear too. I did cry. Like, I just saw him and literally just flashed my whole childhood. Just flashed before my eyes, dude.
Before your eyes.
From 04 all the way to 2026. It just that was my guy. To see him for the last time, bro, it was kind of the ending of like my childhood. Así lo veo.
Ya,
like my childhood. Yeah, ¿verdad? Like my childhood just ended right there.
Todo, yeah.
And look, I appreciate it. I know, he gave me somebody to cheer for. He gave me somebody to look at. He gave me somebody to model after, and I'll be forever grateful for that guy. Along with my dad teaching me how to play the sport, but fall in love with a player and you defend them all the way to the end. And that's what I did. 100%. And I loved it that in 14, not only that, obviously I already knew about Ochoa, but in 14, the whole world knew about Ochoa.
Yeah.
You know, and then everybody was like in 2018, like the spawn of Ochoa. Nobody knew where he was playing, but fuck, we already know that Mexico had a top goalie, and that was him.
How did that feel, huh? How did that feel to be able to share your idol with the world?
Oh,
that
dude,
all of a sudden, uno de tu patria, right? El jugador de tu patria, que tú ya sabías, because we know, nosotros vemos el talento que sale de México, pero el mundo no lo llega a ver como nosotros lo vemos. Y cómo se llegó a sentir en el 2014 cuando él se aventó el partidazo, que de repente, de un día al otro, he was the talking story of the world.
He's just well known after that. 100%, dude. Hey, it feels like it's like buying Apple share in 1995 and then just watching it grow from then on and people just buying it. You know what I mean? Just you being that guy, like you're trying to be niche. You know, everybody had the Ronaldinhos, the Cristiano Ronaldos, the Lionel Messis, and everybody, the whole world already knew about him. I had Ochoa, and for one summer, and from then on out, everybody knew him, but I was already on board. And the fact that like people got on board with him afterwards, bro, it was just cool to see like my idol just finally being noticed by the world. Like, you know what I mean? Tell me a Mexican player that had that much, como los niños hoy en día, had that much aura. You know what I mean? Had that much, ese impacto. Like it's rare. Chicharito did it for a few summers or two before going to Manchester United. Hugo Sanchez, obviously, in the 80s with Real Madrid. Rafa Marquez in the early 2000s with Barcelona. But those are players on the field that are like, oh shit, like catalysts, like actual playing like positions. This was a goalie.
Yeah.
This is a goalie making this much noise. You know what I mean? Like it's rare for someone of that position to be to be up there. It's just, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was sad. I cried. My childhood just right there. Seen it for the last time. I have so many videos. My Facebook, if you guys follow me on Facebook and TikTok and all that, dude, it's just all Ochoa. All Ochoa. I miss that guy. I mean, it's weird. I'm 36-year-old talking about a 41-year-old, and you know what I mean? It's just it's so weird. But like, he gave me somebody to cheer for, gave me somebody to look at, gave me somebody to be excited to watch every weekend, wherever he went, followed him, and it's just, yeah, he's my guy. I'll defend him. El mejor portero de toda la historia de México. Hands down. Easily. Nobody comes close.
Nobody comes close. It's a wild.
Not even Jorge Campos.
Te lo voy a dar. Te lo voy a dar, man. Te lo voy a dar, man. Te lo voy a dar. Pero, like, I don't know, man. En esos días cuando se aventaban los partidazos entre Chivas y América, cuando tenías esos partidos, cuando Osvaldo contra Ochoa y se aventaban golazos desde las medias canchas, oh my God, todos los golazos también golazos, o sea, imparables, you can't even blame them, porque los goles entraban por los meros ángulos, güey, como decía el perro Bermúdez, donde las arañas hacían sus nidos, pero it was just insane, esos partidazos, man.
What was that one game that it felt like it was like a 7-6 game and ended up being like a 5-3 America victory, no? Yeah. or something like that. And the one thing I remember from that game, right? The save that Ochoa did, the cross coming in, I think I forgot who it was, one of the Chivas players just headed to him, and you just see him just reacting and save. Like that was the save that kind of like solidified the game for America to get the 3 points and get the victory that day. But like those are like iconic saves. Like he has so much of those, right? So many of those iconic one-hand saves that you rarely see. I mean, I have my computer screen had one when he made against Pumas, one-handed, almost in the metal angulo. That was like my screensaver for my computer for a long time, right? Obviously, everybody has the one from Brazil in 2014 against Neymar. Like the one where he just came out of nowhere. Like he has so many of those iconic moments in the World Cups, bro. It's just, and not even the World Cups, just in club soccer in general with America. Just, yeah, man, just one of the rarities. He gets a lot of hate, or he got a lot of hate, but for one moment, for 15 to 20 seconds, when he came on and after the game, and maybe a little longer than 20 seconds after the game for sure, But it didn't matter who you cheer for. It didn't matter what team you rooted for. You know what that guy meant.
Oh, yeah.
And you could have just stood up and be like, mis respetos. Didn't like him. He played for my rival team. Pero mis respetos. That's all that matters at the end of the day. My guy. That's my guy. He's the reason why I wear 13. I kid you not.
Really?
He's the reason why I wear 13. Yeah, dude.
Interesting.
Te estoy diciendo que, bro, like, I emulated almost everything from that man. From the number to the way he dressed, from the shoes to the style. Like, I mimicked everything. The goalie position, like how he dove, how he got for the, like how he came out and everything. Everything to the T. I did my best. It didn't get me far, but it got me somewhere.
But exactly, that's what I'm saying. But it got you somewhere.
It got me somewhere. Hell yeah.
And look where it got
this was
him.
fun. Kevin, it was good for you, man. I love this. You finally got the camera working. We got we're right back on track.
We're back on track here.
You know, it was fun.
And
it's gonna be a fun weekend.
Now. Yes, for sure.
Yes, the knockout stages start on Sunday. We'll be back on Tuesday, 7:00 to talk about that. And obviously we will be pre-gaming on Tuesday before the Selección Mexicana game and the round of 32 game. Whoever your opponent is, will be here live. What time's the game? 8:00. So what want to do? 6:30. 6:30 Tuesday, Kevin.
6:30, whatever you want. I'm home by 5, so I can do any time.
We'll do 6. Let's do 6.
6? Yeah, we can do 6.
6 o'clock's on Tuesday, right before the Mexico game. So join us on Tuesday, special edition 6 o'clock game on Tuesday, the Selección Mexicana preview game, and that's basically where we're all going to talk about, previewing the games before, but it'll be strictly focused on the Selección Mexicana, the round of 32 game on Tuesday, 6 o'clock. So please join us. As always, like and subscribe on our YouTube page under the Windy City Rundown. Like and share our show on your Facebook page. We appreciate all the love and support from everybody out there. Thank you to John. Thank you to Michael. Thank you to Jason. Thank you to Kyle Eric for coming on the comment section too as well. Kevin, thank you again for joining me today. We greatly appreciate you guys. Follow us. We will be here next Tuesday at 6 o'clock previewing the Selección Mexicana and much more other content too as well. So be on the lookout for that. For Kevin, I am Eric. I will see you guys next week, 6 o'clock Tuesday. Kevin, I'll see you then, buddy.
Hasta la próxima. Nos vemos. Adiós.
The EAFP podcast.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe.
We love him so much. He's an special person for all of us. He's so nice. He's so nice.
You can watch it live every week on Facebook under the Jonko Navi and the Star 6 Media Facebook page.